So I feel like I'm a little bit late to the party on this one, but I definitely had to make a video on it just to get it off my chest, because unlike the hair on my chest, which has like a freaking regrowth glitch, I can get this off my chest quite easily. And that's actually talking about the new Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, which was just announced by James Gunn. And there is a lot to talk about, because the fact of the matter is that this movie is less than 2 years away. Yeah, less than 2 years away. All of those rumors of James Gunn, potentially writing this Superman script in like the last year look like they've been true, because we knew the treatment was done for it a couple months ago and the idea for the movie was done. But the fact of the matter is, this guy has not only completed the script for his Superman sequel, but is doing minor rewrites as we speak to officially complete it, and filming is expected to start like pretty early on next year, which is just mind-blowing how quick of a turnaround it is for James Gunn and how quick this man is. Oh fuck, I'm losing my voice. That's how crazy this shit is. How quick this man is at writing stuff as he's doing all these other projects. Again, the Gunn don't jam. That's what I am obviously saying. But again, as we know, this movie has been described by him of like not actually being a direct sequel to Superman, which at the time I think a lot of people were really confused, and I think there was kind of some mixed messaging about that as well, because how I interpret that now is that I actually think what he meant is that it's not going to be called Superman 2. It's going to be called Man of Tomorrow. And why the Man of Tomorrow title is actually really interesting is because in some iterations of Superman, obviously, he gets called the Man of Tomorrow. And sometimes he actually doesn't really like it, because he doesn't like to be referred to as like the future. But what's actually like interesting to that, and the counter of it is that Lex Luthor loves that name, because he absolutely thinks he's the future, and he thinks his name should be Man of Tomorrow, and that's who he thinks he should be. He believes that he's the man of the future. And why I'm bringing this up is because, as we know, the reason why it could also not be a direct sequel to Superman as well is because not only is Superman supposed to be the main character of this movie, but it is highly believed now that Lex Luthor, played by Nicholas Hoult, will also be the main actor in this movie. And both of these guys will have an equal big role to each other. And this is even more, furthermore proven with the concept art, well, not concept art, more so just art that was released when this movie was announced. Like, for those of you who haven't seen, James Gunn, when he announced the movie, he released the art of Superman and Lex Luthor together. Then David Corenswet and Nicholas Hoult, the actors of Superman and Lex Luthor, released alternate versions of this art as well. And it's like, yeah, in only one of the arts are they actually fighting. In two of the other arts, they actually look like they're kind of teaming up and are kind of buddies, and that's literally what this movie could be. And I think it's what will ultimately happen, is Superman will actually have to team up with Lex Luthor to take on a bigger threat, which I actually believe could be Brainiac. I think this could finally be the movie where Brainiac does get introduced. And we got to remember, Brainiac is such a formidable villain that you have to absolutely do him justice. And it's not like just Superman can beat Brainiac. Like, he's gonna have to team up with some guys, and Lex Luthor is not going to like the thought of another alien coming to Earth, and not only just another alien, but another alien who will be potentially smarter than Lex Luthor. So I believe he's going to try and team up with Superman to try and take down this alien force coming through, which is, of course, Brainiac. And I also believe a very high chance of it, I think Supergirl could also be the other main actor, protagonist of this movie as well. Again, they're kind of keeping that one a little bit under wraps, But James Gunn is really trying to make a super family series like he's mentioned. And I do think that Supergirl will set up this movie for her to have a pretty big role in the film as well. And I think it's going to be very cool to, what I believe will happen is ultimately Superman, Lex Luthor, and Supergirl will have to team up to fight off Brainiac. Maybe they win, and by the end of the movie, we do get to see Superman fight Lex Luthor in that green armor suit, which we've seen in the art. And then maybe it sets up the Justice League movie where Brainiac is now coming back for revenge. So there's a lot of things this could set up. It could be setting up the Justice League movie where Brainiac could be coming up for revenge. This could be the ultimate setup for Brainiac as a villain. This could also set up Lex Luthor running for president. There's so many different things this film could realistically set up, and a lot of different characters that I believe will be in it. Again, Isabella said, did tease that her as Hawkgirl will be returning. She teased that on Instagram. There's also been rumors that Jason Momoa will be returning as Lobo in this film too. Again, I think there's a lot going on, a lot of big names. It could be a really big film, and honestly could be like a Justice League Foundations kind of film where we do start to see the reasons for why the Justice League is eventually going to have to happen and have to team up. So that's going to be great to see. The art looks absolutely awesome, and I think it's what will inspire a lot of the film. Again, it is actually drawn by Jim Lee, one of the best comic book artists around, so that is really, really awesome, and I'm super excited to see, like, in a 2-year turnaround for Superman is absolutely insane. And I wouldn't be surprised if 2 years after that, in 2029, we're going to get the Justice League film directed by James Gunn. I think this will be directly leading into that, potentially setting up Brainiac. Like, Brainiac might not even be the main villain of this film. It could be realistically Lex Luthor and Superman having a team up to maybe stop his arrival to Earth, or maybe postpone it, and then by the end of the film they have a massive fight. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways that they could go about this, and I'm very interested to, of course, see. But again, I'd love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this in the comment section down below. Are you guys excited that we're already getting a Superman sequel coming in just under 2 years? Again, I'd very much like to know. Subscribe to the channel for the latest gaming and movie content. My Instagram will be linked down below, and so will my sports channel. So yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.